Christmas in Accra is a sight to behold. The markets are noisy, the air smells like kelewele, and everyone is smiling. Well, almost everyone. That's where our story begins, with three strangers, a briefcase, and a little bit of trouble. This is Kwame, a 35-year-old out-of-work musician and self-proclaimed guitar genius who hasn't had a gig in 2 years. Kwame is broke, lives in his auntie's storehouse, and believes luck abandoned him long ago. Kwame dreams of his big break, even though his best song is just a remix of nursery rhymes. Efua shouts, "Kelewele! Buy before you try!" as she expertly flips plantains. Efua, sharp-mouthed Mensa, a feisty, no-nonsense 22-year-old street hawker who sells the best kelewele in the city. Efua can haggle with anyone and wins most arguments. Smart, quick-witted and fiercely independent, she doesn't trust easily but has a soft heart buried beneath her tough exterior. Nana Abba, holding a turkey, argues with a vendor in another corner of the market. Nana Abba Boateng, a quirky, sharp-tongued 70-year-old grandmother who walks with a limp but carries a handbag so heavy it could knock out a buffalo. Nana Abba loves gossip, mischief and shouting at taxi drivers as she claims to know everyone in Accra, from market women to secret agents. Now 2 men rush past, knocking Kwame's guitar over. A briefcase drops at his feet. They say opportunity comes in unexpected ways, but nobody said it comes in a briefcase. Nana Abba snatches it up. Efua shouts, "Ah, Nana, this looks like wahala money." Nana Abba says, "You children overthink everything. It's probably a donation." In a quiet alleyway, the trio opens the briefcase. Their eyes widen. Cash. Stacks of it. Kwame grins and says, "Santa Claus is real. I knew it." Efua frowns and says, "Santa doesn't carry briefcases, you this man." Nana Abba says, "It's destiny. Don't argue with fate." There is sudden silence as the radio crackles nearby. "Breaking news! The Christmas charity fund has been stolen. Police are searching for suspects." The trio pause and stare at each other. It's funny how 1 minute you're rich and the next minute you're a suspect. Nana Abba exclaims, "We are criminals now, are you?" Kwame slumps against the wall, panicking. Efua shouts, "I told you, wahala money." Nana Abba says, "You children overthink everything. It's probably a donation." Inside a rickety taxi, the trio whisper about returning the money. The taxi driver overhears them and becomes suspicious. He says, "Kidnappers? In my car?" Suddenly, the car swerves violently and they leap out at a traffic light, with the briefcase, of course. They say honesty is the best policy, if you can survive long enough to prove it. In a crowded Makola market, the real thieves spot them. A hilarious chase ensues. Nana Abba throws tomatoes and yams at the pursuers. Efua flips market tables, blocking their path. Kwame, out of breath, yells, "Why didn't I eat fufu this morning?" The trio burst into a church, seeking refuge. It is Christmas Eve church service. The pastor smiles and says to them, "New believers, come." And then Nana Abba gets pushed to the pulpit where she starts preaching about the importance of honesty. Efua becomes worried and whispers, "You're confessing too much, Nana." While Nana Abba preaches, Kwame sneaks out with a briefcase as the churchgoers are distracted and applauding Nana Abba's preaching. The orphanage hall is a vast room with rows of chairs and a stage at the far end. It is midnight, and the moonlight streams through the high windows, casting eerie shadows. The faint sound of crickets filtered through the silence, broken only by the whispers of the trio as they step inside. The trio bursts through the door, carrying the briefcase tightly. Their faces are a mix of exhaustion and determination. But their steps falter when they see the thieves, dressed in elegant suits, chatting and laughing with the orphanage director, their fake smiles masking sinister intentions. Nana Abba is furious. Pointing a finger, she says, "Ah, this men again? They stole our destiny." The room goes silent. All eyes turn to them. The thief leader, smiling coldly, says, "I believe there's been a misunderstanding. We're just here to help the children." The trio of Nana Abba, Kwame, and Efua exchange worried glances. Kwame shifts nervously, gripping the briefcase tighter. The tension thickens as Nana Abba takes a bold step forward. She snaps back at the thief leader. "Help? With stolen money? You think we are fools?" The thief's eyes narrow. The leader subtly motions to his henchmen, who begin to edge closer. Suddenly, Kwame's foot catches on a low stool, and in his attempt to steady himself, he slams into the fire alarm. A deafening whoop, whoop, whoop fills the hall as red lights flash wildly. Kwame cringes with fear. Oops! Panic erupts. Staff and children pour into the hall, confused and frightened. The thieves look visibly rattled but quickly try to regain composure. Moments later, the doors slam open. Police officers, guns drawn, storm into the hall, barking orders. "Nobody move!" With the chaos as their cover, the trio spring into action. Efua is calm but focused as she says, "The clues are all here. Look at their shoes. They are caked in mud from the warehouse." She points to a trail of dirt leading to the thieves. The police glance down and exchange knowing looks. Nana Abba whispers into her phone, "Officer Kofi, remember the favor you owe me? Bring the file now. We've got them." Her calm authority is striking. Minutes later, a plainclothes officer arrives with incriminating evidence against the thieves. Meanwhile, Kwame, ever the wild card, climbs onto the stage. He shouts over the chaos, "Ladies and gentlemen, a song for our troubles." He breaks into a ridiculous but oddly catchy tune, drawing everyone's attention and giving the police the distraction they need to cuff the thieves. The chaos finally settles. The thieves are dragged out in handcuffs, glaring at the trio. The thief leader, spitting angrily, says to the trio, "You will regret this." Nana Abba smirks and replies, "I don't think so." The orphanage director, finally piecing things together, approaches the trio with tears in her eyes. "You three, you saved us." The trio exchange proud, relieved smiles. Efua, grinning, tells Kwame, "That song was awful, by the way." Kwame shrugs and replies, "And yet it worked. A new dawn has just begun." It's Christmas morning. Children cheer as gifts and food are prepared using the recovered funds. The wealthy donor is also there. He says to Kwame, "You are talented. Let's get you into a studio." To Efua, he has this to say, "You're Kelewele, best in Accra. Let's talk business." To Nana Abba, he says, "Madam, here's something special for your bravery." Nana Abba holds up a designer handbag and grins proudly. And that Christmas, three strangers became heroes. And as they laughed together, they realized that honesty, teamwork, and a little mischief can lead to miracles.